Hi, this is Kirsten Cameron. Welcome to our first experiment on the Coaching Collective. I am a coach, I am an intuitive, and you might know me as the administrator of this board. And one of the really cool things when we were talking about the year of learning is some people wanted to practice, to discover their own psychic skills. So I thought I'd post this up and see if I could get anybody to play with me. And what I wanted to do is kind of teach this little beginning remote viewing. So some of you like the term remote viewing, others would prefer guess what Kirsten hid in this bag. So that's what we're going to be doing today. This maybe takes 5-10 minutes, and just listen to the video. You'll need a pen and paper, and we'll have some fun. We'll experiment. I'll guide you right through it. So this is what I did when I first started. It was really neat. It was really the first understanding I had that I could get information that wasn't from my five senses. And what I'm going to ask you to do is just try and, for a minute, get out of your left brain. So you don't have to meditate when you do this. So you could just relax and be clear. If you're a good meditator, you might want to press pause and take a few minutes and just sink deep down into it. If you're worried about what you're having for dinner tonight, that's probably not a good idea. Anyhow, so let's just relax for a minute. You can put this on pause and just come back to yourself. Great, okay. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to come up with some information, not about what's in that bag necessarily. I don't want you to identify it, but I'd love you to come up with some qualities of what's in that bag. So for example, if it were a pen, which it isn't, you would come up with something like black and round and hard. And it could be anything in there. So I'm just going to ask you to come up with some qualities of what I put in that bag. And the one thing I want you to do is to turn off that left brain of yours. It gets us into trouble all the time. So, two things it's going to do. Does it all the time. First, you're going to be in the middle of this and it's going to say, "You're just so stupid. You can't do this. This is crazy. Go back to thinking about dinner." So, put your brain on a bus to Starbucks for a little while and tell it you'll get back to dinner in about 10 minutes. The other thing it's going to do, and this is my problem all the time, is it's going to decide that if it gets the idea that it's black and round and hard, it's going to decide that it might be a pen and then lock into that, and everything that comes up after that is all about the pen. However, it could be a hockey puck if it were black and round and solid. So as soon as you think you've decided what it is, just kind of erase that from your mind. Get rid of that. Just let that totally go. Shake it out. Start fresh again. Okay, so ready to go? I'm going to ask you about the qualities of the object in my beach bag. And if you want, after each prompt, there'll be 5 or 6 prompts, you can just pause the tape and write down what you're thinking or draw a sketch of what you're thinking, and really just go with whatever comes first into your brain. That's always the best stuff. Don't analyze it. Get that left brain out of the way. So, deep breath, and I want you to take up your pen and paper and just write down your first impression. It could be symbols, it could be ideas, it could be colors, anything you like. What is coming to your mind that's surprising, that might be a quality of the thing in the beach bag? Okay. Now, what are the dimensions of the object? And again, you can pause the tape if you need to. Maybe you want to draw a sketch. You're definitely restricted by size on this, but what are the dimensions of the object? Is it tiny? Is it big? Do you feel that it's angular? Do you feel that it's smooth, or is it more horizontal, more vertical? So just take a second and tap in and let me know what you think the dimensions of this object are. And you can draw a quick sketch too. Okay, welcome back. What about the colors? The first colors that come to your mind, or color, bright or dark? Do you see many colors or maybe just one color? What's surprising about the color or colors of the object in the beach bag? Okay, kind of shake all that out, and the next thing we're going to do is I want you to imagine that you can reach into this and actually grab hold of it. So I'm going to pass it to you. You reach in, grab hold of it in your mind's eye. How does it feel? Cold, warm, room temperature? What about the textures associated with the object? Is it rough or soft or pliable or brittle or sharp or smooth? Just imagine you're holding it in your hands, and I want you to imagine what it feels like and write down a couple things. Okay. Was there anything surprising that you noticed about how the object feels? Sometimes I say surprising because the information that comes in is a little bit not what you were expecting. So just write down any more information you're getting surprising about how this object feels to you when you're holding it. Good. Now we're going to go to two more senses. So do you associate a smell with this object? And just allow yourself to, as if you were standing next to it, smell. Does anything surprising come to your mind? Finally, if you were going to lick it, what would it taste like? It may taste like nothing. We're just going to make sure all our senses are in play here. So just imagine you took a big lick of it. What does it taste like? And now let's establish an emotion around it. So how does this object make you feel? Does it make you happy or sad, or is it associated with a celebration or a traumatic event, or maybe nothing? Do you have a feeling associated with the object? Okay, so one last chance. Anything that you might have missed, any feelings, ideas, shapes, drawings, colors, pictures, anything that it brings up. Shake all that other stuff out and just allow yourself to put anything down on the paper that shows up for you. Good? Okay, so that is remote viewing. What I'd like you to do is bring your left brain back from wherever you sent it to and take a look at the piece of paper you have in front of you and just maybe circle the 2 or 3 things that you have the most confidence in. So you might be looking at a piece of paper, it's got a sketch on it, it's got name colors written down, it's got ideas of what something feels like, or emotions. Just circle 2 or 3 things that you have the most confidence in. And if you're brave, what I want you to do is post it on the Facebook page down there. The 3 things that you thought represent the quality of what's in this bag. And if you're not so brave, this is a no embarrassment little thing that we're doing. So you could just write down that you've got your 3 things on the Facebook page. So I know that you've played. And when I get some kind of critical mass known only to me, I am going to post up a picture of what's in the bag. So maybe a week, 10 days, see what happens. And good luck with it all. This is a lot of fun things you can do when you're psychic. Thanks.